Hello, my name is Isabel Kenyon. I am the Managing Director of Fly on the Wall Press. We're a socially conscious publisher and a small press based in Manchester. So, because I run a small press, I do a multitude of things during the day and I tend to go from one task to another. But essentially, everything that you can think of a production for a book from start to finish, I will do, apart from the physical printing of the book. So, I will pay someone to do that. But apart from that, I do design the books, I typeset them. Obviously, before any of that happens, I select the authors that I want to publish, and I do that mainly, almost 100%, for an open call out. So I don't commission. I tend to find high quality writers who I've previously published or met or not met at all through open call out, and we are international. So select those, then start the process of working with them, slotting them into my production schedule. And once we've typeset, worked on the editing together, a few rounds, then I will be selecting the covers and we will be then looking at marketing. So yeah, I will look at the schedule of PR and marketing. Obviously, small press budgets are small, but I do still separate the two in the same way that a traditional business might separate your public relations and your marketing. And we do have marketing campaigns. That's something that's really big for me. If you're going to go as a small press publisher, it's really important to take your marketing seriously. So I started Fly on the Wall Press almost by accident. I started it as a hobby. And because we're a socially conscious publisher, a lot of the stuff we do is we work with a charity and we fundraise for them. And obviously, as we've become something which I need to survive on, we now give, a proportion of those profits, like 30%, so still very high, but not all the profit. Otherwise, I wouldn't run a business. But we are a social enterprise and a not-for-profit. So basically, started doing the charity anthologies. And once you do an anthology on such a big theme that everyone wants to write about, our first one was mental health. Second one was refugees and displacement around the world. And once you've got that, you've got a really wide range of people around the world that want to be involved with you and would love to have an individual book published with you. So then came our open call outs. And basically, as we've gone along, so we have just hit our third year this February, so this month. And so yeah, I think it was maybe 6 months ago, maybe a bit longer, since I have been doing this as a full-time job. Apart from that, I've been working, say, 15 hours a week for other arts companies because I also specialise in arts marketing. So, and I have a theatre background, so I did writing, directing and performance at University of York. I did work in theatre marketing, which excellent experience. I feel like I'm quite ambitious, so while I was doing that, I was setting up this company in order just to work with other writers and do a book with them. And obviously I learned so much about publishing 116 authors straight away, giving them all a copy of this book, fundraising for charity, raising the most amount of money that we've raised so far for one particular title. That was Please Hear What I'm Not Saying. That it was a pressure cooker environment for me to continue the press and, to establish a really wide audience off the bat. And I think when I have been working for other companies, I don't feel like starting a company was right for me because I am very ambitious. I'll put everything into it. I like to make decisions. And I think in arts marketing and any production company for publishing, obviously you're going to have an allocated role. And for me, I feel I can be creative on all sides of it. And I really enjoy the financial side, to be honest, and the challenge of working on a shoestring budget. So that's why I wanted to do a small press and where my background's from. I don't have any experience in publishing. I don't think you need to. I would love to have experience in publishing, worked for a big publisher, but I am in the north of England and I think anyone looking for a job in the north of England in publishing will be able to relate to me when I say that I contacted the 50 Northern Fiction Alliance contacts. I think it was in the first year and a half of doing my business, just to get more experience and help them out. Because for me, there isn't a conflict in working for other independent publishers. And I don't think independent publishers do see other people as their competition. But anyway, they didn't have any roles for me because, having an intern is a lot of time and investment. So yeah, I don't have any background. I've taught myself, and there is a lot you can learn. I think I wouldn't say start a small company yourself unless you feel like you are a business person. I enjoy that. I did Prince's Trust. So if you want to start a business, could do Prince's Trust. I think the financial side of documenting and accounting, I think it taught me that, which I didn't have before. Apart from that, I'm quite good at budgeting and strategic, and I did producing for theatres and things like that. So all those things fed in. I do work from home, obviously. I have an office. Well, I have have my flat, which is my office. I haven't worked from my bed. Sometimes I work on my sofa from having like a Zoom meeting with my intern or something like that. But yeah, no, I do work from my desk. But obviously all my books are under my bed. They're in this cupboard. Like the cupboard is huge. I won't show you because it's also got my clothes in it. But yeah, so I will do that. Like it is really informal for me. Like halfway through the day, I'll go to the post office, post all our books. Obviously, if I want a long lunch break, I'll take it. If I want to lie in, I'll take it. Because yeah, I mean, for my job, like, if I want to, I can work at 7 p.m. If I want to, I can work at lunchtime. I mostly work weekends. So then, because I've got a really bad RSI, if I want to just take some time off on a Friday afternoon or a Friday morning, or have a lie-in if I didn't sleep very well, like I will. And that's the really lovely thing about working for yourself and at home. An interesting fact about my company is that obviously everything we do is one person, and it is always socially conscious and having that political edge. So I love that all my authors have something to say to the world, and they have something even moral or social statement wise to say. And I think that's why our anthologies in particular will work in two ways, because they'll fundraise and they'll talk about the issue and they'll get people talking about it. And also, we've published an 8-year-old up to an 80-year-old, and to me it really doesn't matter for an anthology what age you are. If you have got an excellent piece of work, then I am more than happy to publish that, especially artwork as well. We have some amazing young illustrators and artists in our work.